If you want someone who is fun and easygoing, then you be fun and easygoing. If you want someone who is unconditionally loving, then you be unconditionally loving. If you want someone who is intelligent, smart, and successful, then you become intelligent, smart, and successful. Manifesting your soulmate. Being with your soulmate is one of the most enjoyable and blissful experiences in life. But if you haven't found yours yet, don't worry. In this video, we are going to help you to manifest your soulmate. Most of us long to find our soulmate and live a happy and fulfilled life of being with them for the rest of our lives. But usually, the reality is more like you start to date someone who you think might be your soulmate, but then as you get to know them more and more, the rose-colored glasses come off and you see them with so many flaws that you don't even know what you were thinking in the beginning. Then we start to distrust our judgment, and we may wonder if the universe was just playing games with us by hooking us up with a partner that turned out to be so bad. What gives, universe? In this video, we're going to discuss what soulmate means, what to do if your soulmate ended the relationship, how all of your prior relationships, no matter how bad, were actually good, how many soulmates you have, how to know if someone is your soulmate, and finally, how to easily attract the right one. So, what is a soulmate? The answer is, it depends upon how far down the spiritual rabbit hole you want to go. Some believe that your soulmate is someone who you have known in a past life and who you purposely reincarnated with at the same time so that you could be together in this lifetime. Others believe that a soulmate is simply someone who you get along with well, have similar interests with, beliefs, and goals. But others believe that your soulmate could be entirely different than you and that they are there to test your mettle to see what you're made of. You may have had the experience of meeting someone for the first time and you just know that you're supposed to be together. If they have the same feeling, then great. But if they don't have the same feeling and they end the relationship, does that mean that you're never going to have the soulmate experience? Is everything lost if they don't want to be with you too? The answer is no. This may seem like an absurd thing to say, but according to one of the best teachers on the planet about the law of attraction, we each have about 100,000 soulmates. Think about it. Doesn't it make a lot more sense that we each have many soulmates and not just one? And who says that you must have a relationship with all 100,000 of them? Who would even want to? This explains why most of your relationships did feel special. They were special. But many relationships are not meant to be permanent. They are meant to be temporary as you get more and more clear as to what it is that you want in a mate. So all those boyfriends or girlfriends who you dated in the past helped you to define the ideal person. How are you going to know what you really want if you're not clear as to what you really don't want? Those so-called bad relationships were actually good because they helped you figure out what you want. The point is that we all have to get over this notion that we are seeking the one and only one who can satisfy us. There isn't just one. There are literally thousands of soulmates for you out of 7 billion people, or 3.5 billion. When you appreciate your past failed relationships for what they were, then you are in the right mindset to attract the best soulmate experience with the next person. How do you know if someone is soulmate material? You usually can't do it online or over the phone, although that may work. The best way to tell is to meet them in person and go with your gut instinct. What does your gut say? How do they make you feel when you are around them? Some couples know that the chemistry is so right between them when they first meet that they can just skip all the dating shenanigans and get into the relationship without even questioning it. That can and does happen all the time. But just because someone feels like they may be your soulmate, it doesn't mean that they are the right person for you. Sometimes one of your soulmates can be a total pain in your neck in a lot of ways. Your personalities could totally clash. They may drive you nuts, but you feel such a connection to them that you don't want to leave. Usually these types of relationships are not worth pursuing unless you want to be constantly tested and tried in a relationship. If you get into one of these relationships, take control of the situation, politely end the relationship, thank the universe for the experience, and move on. It's not worth a life of misery with a soulmate whose sole goal is to test you. But here's the interesting thing that may twist your mind into a total knot right now. If you were to appreciate the heck out of any relationship that you were in, you could make any relationship work for as long as you wanted. We are so used to giving others the credit for how they treat us. But in reality, we attract everything into our lives based upon how we view others in our world. In other words, you could take the most difficult person on planet Earth and turn it into a wonderful relationship just by focusing only on their positive aspects, if you wanted to. But that takes a lot of energy and effort, so don't do that. Just know that it can be done and you're good to go. You are a powerful spiritual being having a human existence, and you can make any relationship work if you really wanted to. But relationships should feel easy, comfortable, cozy, and loving. You should never stay in a relationship where there is any emotional or physical abuse going on, even if you think that they are your soulmate. Think about the other 99,999 soulmates out there who would want to be with you. It's such an ironic thing that people believe that they are supposed to meet and fall in love with the first person they date, get married, and live happily ever after. The reality is, you must date a lot of people to get clear as to what you like and don't like. So have fun with it. Don't look at a relationship that ends as an abnormal, horrible thing. See it for what it is, a stepping stone to what you really want. To get clear as to what you really want in a soulmate, write it down. Come up with a very detailed list. You will be surprised at how the universe will find you someone who is nearly a perfect match. The last question that we promised to answer was, how do you attract the right soulmate? What can you do? There is more than one answer. The first answer is to become the person who you want to attract. What does that mean exactly? What it means is that if you want someone who is fun and easygoing, then you be fun and easygoing. If you want someone who is unconditionally loving, then you be unconditionally loving. If you want someone who is intelligent, smart, and successful, then you become intelligent, smart, and successful. Be who you want to attract. And if you're thinking, I'm not that smart, I want someone smarter, don't fool yourself. You were born a genius, and most of us have been programmed to believe that we aren't smart enough, even though we are. Being smart is all about choice and focus. Whatever you set your mind to, you can become yourself. Don't ever shortchange who you really are. When you feel good about being single, whole, complete, and feel wonderful on your own, without a partner, then a potential partner will see you as a high-value person who is worthy of their attention. Become who you want to attract. Another way to help you to manifest your soulmate is to truly believe that they are already here. Anything that you want to manifest works in the same way. All you have to do is to feel them into existence. But what does this mean and how do you do it? It means that if you imagine that your lover soulmate is with you right now, then you send out a powerful signal to the universe and your subconscious mind that your reality is one that includes your soulmate. It may seem a little nutty and it may seem like a woo-woo, la-la land type notion, but that's how it works. The more you can feel as if your soulmate is already here, the quicker they will come to you. But how do you do this on a practical level? You may want to practice the following when no one is around. Otherwise, someone who sees you may think that you need to be admitted to the nearest mental institution. But seriously, here is what you could do. Whatever you are doing, pretend that your soulmate is with you. So if you are doing the dishes, for example, imagine that they are right there with you. Imagine that you two are having a playful, fun conversation and that you can't stop smiling because he or she is making you feel so good. You could take your non-physical imaginary soulmate with you everywhere you go. You still should be mindful of others around you because it may seem odd if you are seen talking to an imaginary friend. You don't have to do it so explicitly. You could just do it all in your mind. The goal here is to try to manifest the feeling of what it would be like if your soulmate was with you right now. What would it really feel like? How good would it feel? Would you feel happy? Then feel that now. Would you feel excited? Then feel excited now. Would you feel blissed out 24/7? Then feel blissed out 24/7 now. When you feel the feeling first, then the universe must deliver the goods. That's how creation works. And that's how creating your soulmate manifestation works too. What are some other things that you can do? You can use the process of scripting to manifest them. Scripting is the process of writing in a journal how you want your life to be, not how it is right now. It's a powerful process to manifest whatever you want, including your soulmate. Another option is to use visualization. This is slightly different than going around pretending that your soulmate is with you, but it's very close to that because it could include visualizing the person being with you. Visualization in this more traditional sense means closing your eyes and daydreaming about your soulmate. It's about seeing them in your mind's eye as clearly as possible. The trick is to engage all your 5 senses as much as possible in the visualization and to do it so clearly that it feels as if they are already here. You only need to visualize for 5 minutes at a time, but you could do it a few times a day if you wanted. You could also put a picture of your ideal soulmate up on a vision board and manifest them that way. The most powerful way to manifest your soulmate is to believe that they are already here and to be the person who you want to attract. When you master feeling as if your soulmate is already here, then they will come. That's the law of attraction in action, and that's the best way to manifest your soulmate.